Curious about the history of Japan? We got you. From anime to sushi, Japan's cultural influence spans the globe. It's a nation that seamlessly blends tradition and modernity, but behind its contemporary facade lies a history as rich and layered as its famed green tea ceremony. This is the story of Japan, a land sculpted by powerful rulers. It's a land of fierce warriors and enduring artistic traditions. Japan, a chain of islands strung along the Pacific coast of Asia. It's a land of dramatic contrasts. Towering volcanoes pierce the sky while tranquil gardens inspire peace and reflection. This is a nation born from volcanic fire. It's a place where earthquakes and tsunamis have tested the human spirit time and time again. Yet, through it all, a unique culture flourished. From the earliest settlements to the bustling metropolis of modern Tokyo, the Japanese people have forged a distinct path. They embraced innovation while clinging to the values of their ancestors. Our journey begins millennia ago. We'll travel back to a time when hunter-gatherers first set foot on these volcanic islands. Imagine a time long before written records. It's the era of the Jomon people, named for the intricate chord patterns found on their pottery. These early inhabitants have left behind tantalizing clues about their way of life. We'll explore their ancient campsites and marvel at their artistry. The Jomon period gives way to the Yayoi period. This era marks a time of profound change as new technologies and ideas arrive from mainland Asia. Agriculture takes root, forever altering the Japanese landscape and social structure. Villages grow into powerful clans. A new era in Japanese history is dawning. As we move further along our historical timeline, we encounter the legendary samurai. These warriors, with their strict code of honor and unmatched swordsmanship, would come to define an era. Theirs is a story of loyalty, duty, and the ever-present threat of betrayal. We'll witness the rise of powerful shogunates. They are military governments that ruled Japan for centuries. From the Kamakura shogunate to the Tokugawa shogunate, each era leaves an indelible mark on Japanese society. Prepare to be captivated by tales of epic battles, political intrigue, and the enduring struggle for power. Our journey starts around 14,000 BC. It's the beginning of the Jomon period, a time shrouded in mist and mystery. Named for the distinctive chord-marked pottery, this era provides our first glimpses into the lives of Japan's earliest inhabitants. Skilled hunters, gatherers, and fishers, they lived in harmony with nature. Imagine family groups huddled around fires within pit houses. They crafted tools from stone, bone, and shell, showcasing their ingenuity. Their pottery, adorned with intricate patterns, hints at a burgeoning artistic sensibility. As centuries drift by, the Jomon people's world expands, laying the foundation for future transformations. Around 300 BC, a new chapter begins in the story of Japan. The Yayoi period ushers in an era of unprecedented change. New arrivals bring revolutionary technologies and ideas. Wet rice agriculture transforms the landscape. Cooperation and organization become essential. Villages grow larger and more complex. Social hierarchies emerge. Skilled metalworkers forge tools and weapons. Bronze bells signal new spiritual beliefs. New forms of artistic expression emerge. The Yayoi period marks a turning point in Japanese history. The Kofun period, spanning from the 3rd to the 6th centuries AD, emerges from the mists of time as an era shrouded in intrigue. Named for the massive burial mounds, or kofun, this period witnessed the rise of powerful local chieftains. These monumental tombs stand as silent sentinels to a bygone era, concealing a wealth of archaeological treasures. Within these chambers, archaeologists have unearthed exquisite artifacts, providing glimpses into the lives of the Kofun elite. Terracotta figures, known as haniwa, stood guard over the deceased, representing warriors, animals, and houses. The Kofun served as resting places and symbols of power and prestige of the ruling lineages. As the Kofun period fades, a new era dawns in Japan, the Nara period, spanning from 710 to 784 AD. This period marks a pivotal moment in Japanese history, inspired by the Tang dynasty of China. Imagine a city bustling with activity, its streets thronged with courtiers, monks, and artisans. At the heart of this metropolis stands the imperial court, a beacon of cultural and political authority. Emperor Shomu commissions the construction of Todaiji Temple, home to the great Buddha statue. This colossal bronze figure becomes a symbol of Japan's unity and spiritual aspiration. The air hums with the chants of monks and the scent of incense as pilgrims flock to pay homage. The Nara period witnesses a flourishing of art, literature, and scholarship. Courtiers compose elegant poems and chronicles, capturing the spirit of their age. Artisans create exquisite sculptures, paintings, and lacquerware, reflecting a refined sensibility. Yet beneath the surface, tensions simmer. The aristocracy engages in intricate courtly intrigues. Powerful Buddhist temples challenge the authority of the imperial court. As the Nara period ends, the stage is set for a new era. In 794 AD, the imperial court relocates to Heian-kyo, modern-day Kyoto. This marks the beginning of the Heian period, an era of Japanese aesthetic sensibility. Courtiers in silk robes pursue beauty and artistic expression. The air is filled with cherry blossoms and biwa music. It's an age of introspection and self-expression. The aristocracy celebrates the beauty of nature and human emotion. Calligraphy, poetry, and music are highly prized skills. Murasaki Shikibu pens the tale of Genji, the world's first novel. Her tale offers a glimpse into Heian aristocracy. The Fujiwara clan rises to prominence, controlling the throne. As the Heian period progressed, the elegant world of the imperial court began to fray at the edges. Out in the provinces, a new power was rising, the samurai. Imagine a figure clad in armor, his face a mask of stoic determination. He is a samurai, bound by a strict code of honor known as Bushido. They were skilled swordsmen, archers, and horsemen. Their swords, forged with meticulous care, were extensions of their very being. The rise of the samurai was linked to the decline of central authority. Bound by oaths of allegiance, they enforced a new social order. Their stories became legends, inspiring generations to come. The year is 1180. Japan, once united under the emperor, is now torn by the Genpei War. Two powerful samurai clans, the Taira and the Minamoto, clash for supremacy. The Taira, supported by the imperial court, face the fierce Minamoto, led by Yoritomo. At the Battle of Danura, the Taira are decimated, marking a turning point in Japanese history. Yoritomo consolidates power, establishing the Kamakura shogunate. The age of the samurai begins. In 1192, Minamoto Yoritomo, victor of the Genpei War, establishes the Kamakura shogunate. He creates a feudal system binding samurai lords or daimyo to his service. The samurai become a hereditary elite dedicated to their lords and the shogunate. The Kamakura shogunate faces challenges, including invasions by Kublai Khan. Typhoons, or kamikaze, save Japan, reinforcing its isolationist mindset. Zen Buddhism influences the samurai, shaping their code and culture. The Tokugawa shogunate, founded by Tokugawa Ieyasu, brings stability and transformation to Japan. Ieyasu unifies Japan and establishes Edo as the capital. Policies like alternate attendance keep daimyo in check, ensuring central control. The Sakoku policy isolates Japan, limiting foreign influence but stifling innovation. Despite restrictions, the Edo period sees cultural flourishing in arts and urban life. Edo becomes a thriving metropolis, blending tradition and modernity. The Tokugawa shogunate enforces a rigid social hierarchy, with samurai at the top. Samurai roles shift to bureaucrats and scholars, upholding Bushido values. Farmers, artisans, and merchants play vital roles in the economy and society. Urban culture flourishes in pleasure quarters, with geishas becoming cultural icons. The Tokugawa period balances stability with cultural growth. Social mobility exists, allowing talent and ambition to rise. In 1853, Commodore Matthew Perry's arrival ends Japan's isolation. The black ships symbolize Western military superiority and challenge Japan's way of life. The shogunate opens Japan to trade, sparking unrest and discontent. Samurai rally under Sono Joy, advocating for traditional values and expulsion of foreigners. The shogunate struggles to maintain control amid internal and external pressures. Japan's destiny is forever altered by the forces of globalization. The Meiji Restoration begins in 1868, transforming Japan. The Meiji Emperor leads modernization and westernization efforts. Feudalism is abolished, and a modern army, navy, and education system are established. Japan's Industrial Revolution drives rapid economic growth. The Zaibatsu rise, fueling industrial expansion. Modernization challenges traditional values, sowing seeds of future conflict. In the early 20th century, Japan emerges as a major power. Victories in the Sino-Japanese and Russo-Japanese wars fuel militarism and expansionism. The Great Depression leads to social unrest and military influence over the government. Japan invades Manchuria in 1931 and China in 1937. Japan allies with Nazi Germany and Fascist Italy, forming the Axis powers. Dreams of a greater East Asia co-prosperity sphere lead to catastrophic consequences. The world watched in horror as the mushroom clouds rose over Hiroshima and Nagasaki in August of 1945. Japan, facing utter devastation and the overwhelming might of the Allied forces, surrendered unconditionally, marking the end of World War II. The once proud nation lay in ruins, its cities shattered, its economy in shambles, its people grappling with the trauma of war and the loss of their empire. The post-war years were a time of profound change for Japan. Under the Allied occupation led by the United States, Japan underwent a process of demilitarization and democratization. The country adopted a new constitution, renouncing war as a sovereign right and embracing pacifism. The emperor, once considered a divine figure, was reduced to a symbolic head of state. The occupation, though often challenging for the Japanese people, also laid the foundation for Japan's remarkable post-war recovery. With American aid and guidance, Japan rebuilt its shattered infrastructure, embraced democratic principles, and embarked on a path of economic development that would transform it into an economic powerhouse. The Japanese people, known for their resilience and work ethic, embraced the challenges of rebuilding their nation. They poured their energy into education, innovation, and hard work, creating a culture of excellence that would propel Japan to the forefront of the global economy. From the ashes of war, a new Japan was rising, a nation committed to peace, prosperity, and its place as a leader in the international community. The decades following World War II witnessed an economic miracle in Japan. Japanese companies, once known for cheap imitations, became synonymous with quality, reliability, and cutting-edge technology. Education became paramount, with a strong emphasis on science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Japanese students consistently ranked among the best in the world, laying the foundation for a highly skilled and competitive workforce. The Japanese government, working closely with industry, implemented policies that fostered economic growth. They provided subsidies and tax breaks to key industries, invested heavily in infrastructure projects, and promoted exports. Japanese companies benefiting from this support expanded rapidly, their products flooding global markets. From automobiles and electronics to cameras and robotics, Japanese brands became synonymous with quality and innovation. Japan's economic miracle transformed the lives of its people. Wages rose, living standards improved, and a new middle class emerged. Consumer goods, once considered luxuries, became commonplace. The Japanese, once known for their frugality, became avid consumers, fueling further economic growth. Japan's success story became a model for other war-torn nations, demonstrating the transformative power of peace, hard work, and a commitment to innovation. Modern Japan is a land of fascinating contrasts, where ancient traditions coexist with cutting-edge technology. The bustling streets of Tokyo pulse with an energy that is both exhilarating and overwhelming. Yet, just a short train ride away, ancient temples and traditional gardens offer a serene escape. Sip matcha in a centuries-old tea house, then hop on a bullet train traveling over 300 miles per hour. Japan embraces its past while looking towards the future. Traditional arts continue to be cherished for their beauty and values. At the same time, Japan is a global leader in robotics, AI, and biotechnology. Japan captivates the world with its unique blend of tradition and modernity.